51. He's kind of old and slow.
It's going to wrap it up. Warm-up session in the books. What's next? Well, the race. Let's take a look at our starting grid. On the pole position with a lap time of 16.05.
Thank you. Good racing, everybody.
Ryan McCann outside, front row. 0.51 of Kyle Turzak. 27 thousandths of a second, the differential from first to second. Row number 2, it's Mike Cook in the 00. Brandon Mefford, the number 83, will start fourth. Row number 3, it's Brent Butler.
You have to squint to see the 0.
Starting at row number 4, it's Steve Durbin and Josh Funkhauser, the number 81. Starting ninth, it's Newton Quick in the 4, with the 2 of Neil Quick to his outside. Starting 11th, it's William Tyndall, the number 62. Josh Stewart in the 03 will start in the 12th position. Starting 13th to 51 of Chris Wally. Timmy Schofield in the 12 will start 14th. 15th starter, the Charity Motorsports number 84 of Matt Kopp, flanked by the 44 of Larry Bruin. He'll roll off 16th. 17th starter, it's Todd Kleek in the 45. Doug Wysocki will start in 18th. Jason Nilges, the number 88 machine, will start in the 19th position. 20th goes to the 9 of Adam Bennetville with Ellswick Esports. 21st starter with DJG Motorsports. It's the number 9, 99 that is, of Jared Wiedner. 21 car field here tonight. Already rolling here on our one of 2 pace laps before we'll see the green flag just momentarily.
All right, man.
Well, Steve, you know what time it is.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Get out of my head, Steve.
We can't. We can't.
You got one outside.
Oh, man.
I think he breaks the curse here tonight. He's going to take this win.
I think that's a pretty good pick.
Stay low.
I hate to say it. I'm not going to say it like I'm going to go out in a leaf here because I know this guy can win anytime. But it's good to see him back racing. Neil Quick, I think he's going to save some tire. I think he might even come down pit if we get some early cautions, then get back out. And if some of these leaders are going too hard and blowing a tire, I think he's going to cycle up to the top and take the win tonight.
Neil Quick driving the number 2, the old blue colors, the Miller Lite colors Rusty Wallace made famous. Pace car is in, green flag is in the air, and we're racing from Langley Speedway.
You just hit the fastest lap.
Oh, crap.
Lap 1 of the books, Brian McCann still out in front over Kyle Turzak. Third is Brandon Mefford. Mike Cook, Brent Butler, your top 5. Battle on for the top spot already here as we complete lap number 2. McCann has it for the time being. Turzak.
Turn 1 and 2 was really screwing me up for some reason.
Turn 4.
I kept plowing through it.
Exit, not
He knew it, too.
Side or stay there. It's still battling to turns 3 and 4.
Clear low. All clear, all clear.
I was burning my tires up.
Steve, see how much these guys push right off the bat. It certainly doesn't look like anybody's saving a thing yet, though.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, this little 3/8 mile racetrack, 125 laps. I mean, it's go time from the drop of the green flag. You got to get going.
I still can't make that turn.
Like a long race at 125 laps. But again, we're getting around here at about 16 seconds.
Just 1 and 2, though.
By. They got work to do. They better get after it. These guys up front, they're battling for that top spot. Turzak not content as he goes to the inside. 3 and 4.
I made it that time.
Lead off turn number 4. Turzak with the nose out in front. McCann battling back. I think Turzak may have led the lap. Turzak's, he knows this place very well, it seems. He found a lot of grip there at the entry to turn 1. Zach, I don't know if you saw it. He clipped the left sides way below the racing surface, but apparently there's some grip down there.
Yeah, there's certainly some grip to be had down there, especially in the entry. The exit's a little bit of a story, though. If you're a little too low coming off these turns, it gets pretty loose really quick.
Top 3 drivers under a blanket out of turn number 4. That's the battle. McCann wasn't able to hang on to that top spot.
Now that I remember it, the info on the track said that the track reset state, so that's why it's so much different than warm-up.
Than Kyle Turzak's been on this planet.
We got no front-end grip.
He's figured out at some point.
I got to relearn how to drive.
Crazy stat, too, isn't it, Steve?
But, you know, it's the reality of racing. You see it whether it's in NASCAR or like your local short track. Some guys that have been out there racing 20, 30 years, and you got some young kid who's 12, 13 years old driving a late model. It does happen, and sometimes those young kids, they go out there, they don't have any fear, and the reason for that lack of fear is, well, they haven't hit anything hard enough to develop it yet. That will come with time, but for now, guys like Kyle Turzak, blistering pace.
Yeah, nothing but just pure speed, lap after lap.
Yeah, I'm pretty much screwing up this stage 1 here.
Battle, Turzak, McCann, and
we got 2 races though.
That is. I don't know if Chris Medford is in this one tonight. Doesn't appear to be. We see him every now and then.
Damn, I'm going to spin out.
See Brian's car getting a little loose on the exit here. I wonder if he's just trying to put the power down a little quick.
Clear low, clear low.
I'm going to lose second here if I ain't careful.
Can't tell if it's that or if he's just opening up the wheel a little bit earlier because he does come up the racetrack. He's trying to chase him.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
I got both tires hot. Oh, they got a big wreck.
Catch the 051 car. Pit road is now open. Catch the 84 car.
Yeah, he's real loose in the middle of the corner. I think he was either trying to slam the door on Brandon Medford there, if he's trying to see where Turzak's finding that grip. I think McCann found it, and it kind of surprised him because that's where he saw the back of that car step out.
It's just so odd, especially when you get further into the run.
And we got trouble.
Something to drink. Get a deep breath.
Trouble on the middle of 1 and 2, and it looks like pace car is trying to thread the needle through this mess.
Stig, you did a pretty good job.
Race leaders trying to get through. Some guys are going to lose a lap out of this. So yellow on the field, first of the night, 16 laps in, involving a handful of drivers. Let's see if we can get a look at what brings us under our first caution of the night. Looks like Matt Kopp may have been in this.
Hey, what I do in my rig, nobody else's business.
Looks like it happened just ahead the 99 of Wiedner.
Finds that a racing
88.
Incident. No EOL.
Jason Nile just gets into him, then Chris Wally gets into Nile, just kind of a chain reaction incident after the fact. Yeah, and you see the same thing. Matt Kopp comes in, domino effect. Nile just gets run into by Chris Wally. Chris Wally gets run into by Matt Kopp. Looks like a 4-car incident.
Derek?
Watch it from Chris Wally's perspective.
How you doing, Derek?
Looked like. Whoops.
He wasn't always in front of me.
You gotta pee. There's no way you
Yeah, it just happened so quick.
He wasn't in front of me for like the first 5 laps.
Full speed. Wally was just getting back to the gas after he made contact.
I overdrove the crap out of it at the beginning of the race. Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, the RPM spike. That's because the rear tires weren't on the ground.
All right, man. Line up on the outside row now.
Yeah, man, I got a qualifying pole position. First time ever in this season, I think.
Clicked off 3 laps just looking at replays. This place is not very big at all. Keep those laps done in a hurry. Pace car light's still on, though. We'll see if they go up.
I'm going to lose second here.
So, Zach, I know you've got all 9/10 of the season under your belt over the Num Thumbs Racing League. Got the season finale coming up this coming Wednesday at Myrtle Beach in these late model stocks.
773.
I know you ran this track
Got one
over with numbers.
Oh, it sucks to start on the outside.
And it was, but what do you remember about this place? I know it's tight, it's short, it's quick.
Find a hole and drop in it.
One thing that comes to mind is the restarts. Every time we had a restart, it was the worst because as the leader, you could only defend so much. And with the ability to use that track underneath that yellow line, and people could really send it in there. There's just not much you can do about it.
Will be stage 1.
Keep an eye on it as we get ready here. Pace car lights are off. Pace car is in pit lane. Barney with the flag in hand, and we're back racing.
Pit road is now open.
Saw me left the 45, but I don't see a 45 near me.
Terzak out to the early lead, and Brian McCann has lost the second position to Brandon Mefford. Mefford has gone around, and the caution's out again. More trouble off turn 2. Niall just facing the wrong way.
Clear a black if it shows, sir.
I'm coming.
Car 90.
Oh, that was a 2-car incident, or if Niall just came around on his own.
Did not go in.
I noticed. There wasn't a lot of green flag laps, but I feel like there's going to be another opportunity to go in.
I know, man. You go in, and we got like 95 on them still. So what good does it do you?
Fight for the same piece of real estate with the 62
Just
William Tyndall.
what if we go green the rest of the way? That'll be the...
Yeah, but that 5%.
Pretty much exactly what we were mentioning before that restart there.
Yeah, the guy got to the bottom, and there you go. We'll back it up a little further from the blink
I think from here it's just a big save.
Be aware that not everybody's going to go.
And actually, Tyndall came across the nose there of Wysocki. I don't know if there was some contact that pushed him deeper into the corner than he had anticipated. So way down the bottom, and that opening, and it's deceiving because you've got the white line and the yellow line. If Tyndall's basing his entry on that yellow line, it looks like he had the door open, but that white line is effectively
occur at that lap.
the dividing line between the apron of the racetrack and the racing surface itself. So he really didn't have as big of an opening as he might have thought. I think that's what precipitated all of this.
No, it was a pretty darn good job by Wysocki to not spin him into the corner and then up right after to not hit anything. That was a good piece of driving by him.
It'll freeze, it'll affect the field. But if
Doug's
you
been
are
doing this a
racing
long
that
time,
final
especially
lap
over here in
stage,
IROC,
race
certainly an
through the
IROC Challenge Series.
I got a stage break, or a stage point out of that.
He's racing.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's just one.
I was not listening. Were they saying that the points were given before we complete lap 25?
He's just a good racer.
You know, it's funny because over the season,
I think he said the field was frozen.
Somebody else.
Yeah,
So,
that's how they usually do it.
I've heard the name Wysocki.
I didn't stay out because of that. I stayed out because of the tire, though.
Did that, but man, I know I haven't raced him a ton, but you have
Second
by
stage
comparison.
is
And
lap
I've never had an
65, and there
incident
will be
with
no
Doug
caution,
where there
gentlemen.
was a problem.
The pace car is
He's
in.
always raced me clean, like you were saying. It's never been an issue. He did a great job checking up there, but
the leader just did a 37.5.
he's got some work to do here. Just restart from the back of the field. It'll be 20th. Niall just will be 21st. Looks like Doug might be getting a couple of spots back.
I think it's some of these guys that came down under these cautions to get some tire. I mean, 27 lap advantage on some tires. That might be worth something here. We get towards the end of this thing.
All right, man. Caution
See
is
how
out.
it
Caution is
goes.
out.
Only
Line up
27
single file.
laps in.
Pit road
Again,
is closed.
you see some guys might have actually taken 2. It looks like Mike Cook, possibly Garrett Johnston, might have taken 2. I think usually 23, 24 seconds is that 4-tire stop, but some guys taking just rights, maybe just some fuel to top off, but the majority of the leaders have stayed out. Pace cars in, green flag in the air. We're back racing once again.
Out of shape there.
Oh, I think Kyle got wrecked.
Spotting it. I think Mefford is now your race leader. Yes, he is. Kyle Terzak was one of those drivers that made a pit stop. A 10.3 second stop.
Nice catch, by the way.
Zach, what do you say? Is that right signs, or is that going to be just fuel? Yellow.
Man, I don't know. 10 seconds. That seems like, oh no, 10 seconds too long.
Saw one car go in to get some tires, I think.
He restarted near the back as it was. And here's the thing with Terzak. He is so fast, but when he gets mired to the back of the pack, you're in a spot you don't want to be, and you want to work your way back towards the front as fast as possible, which leads to some aggression. Let's see what happened here with the 051, if that had anything to do with it or not. He was looking outside.
Can't tell which car it is. Oh, he's on the outside?
Goes hard left to the bottom there. Throttles up. Oh, okay. It happened in front of him. He checks up.
Oh, he was dodging a wreck and got hit in the back.
No real contact to speak of. A little bump in the rear bumper is not going to hurt anything, but he's still going to have to restart this from the tail of the field. He's still got to work his way through this mess.
Man, it's just so tough to see when you get bunched up like that. I mean, if there's a checkup up in the front of the field, man, it's almost impossible to tell.
And it's interesting, too. Looking at the drivers that made their early pit stops, they're typically, and I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody, but they're guys that you don't typically see winning these races each and every week. Granted, that's just about everybody in this league since Terzak's won almost every race. But those guys, they're trying a different strategy. You know, you hear Larry Mack say that.
I haven't had a restart on the inside line yet.
That's true, but Terzak's the.
Oh, it's a lot nicer than the outside.
Where he made his pit stop. I don't know why.
I got the feeling.
It was going to be the best choice to come down and pit, even if it's just for fuel. I know it kind of puts him on a different cycle, but is it possible that McCann, winning that pole position, might have gotten into Terzak's head just a tiny bit? Remember, he's a young kid. McCann's got oodles of time and experience on iRacing.
339.
What do you think caused that decision?
Man, it's hard to say.
Gentlemen, on that
It certainly
one,
looked from this
is
perspective
found
like Brian was kind of right there with
just a
Kyle,
racing
and it
incident.
didn't look like he was driving the car as hard. It looked like he was kind of,
Kyle,
you know, opening up the corners like you mentioned and saving his stuff. So maybe that got into Kyle's head there, and maybe he just thought that he needed to get some tires and get on a different strategy.
Well, we'll see if it pays off. So far, it hasn't worked out for him since he was effectively part of that caution.
Send it, Brandon. I'm back here big saving.
3 pace car hits pit lane. Effort on throttle as soon as he can, and he's off and running.
We got the big save.
Oh, I got the meatball.
Oh, no.
Okay, McCann's got Steve Durbin working the backside big team.
Send it harder, Brandon.
That sucks. That guy on the outside lane just way slower than me.
That's how hard it
And
is. Cracked him to get that power down to that.
Ended up getting me squirrely.
Speaking of track temps, take a look at it.
A car behind me.
It's actually a little bit warmer now, 136 degrees Fahrenheit.
Or they got loose in front of me, and then I got nosed up into the wall.
Overcast, maybe it'll cool
That's
things
fine.
down. But the way the weather looks today, don't count on it.
I'm thinking that played a role in the Terzak's decision there. I mean, that temperature, that's some serious temp. I don't know, I probably would have done the same thing, get some tires and just, you know, get a different strategy.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth that much of an advantage when you got to work your way through this field. I mean, we've got 21 cars that showed up tonight. And this is not an easy place to pass on, even if you're fast. Of course, I say that. Terzak's already worked his way to 15.
And see, he does that, but what kind of heat has he put into those tires already?
Well, there's that too. And he's down on the flat of the racetrack, so that's going to abuse it as well.
All right,
By the time you make it, if we have a long green run here, by the time you make it back up to the front, in with the Brian McCanns, the Lefferts, and the Durbins, and the Quicks, how much tire do you have left? Even though in the 00 with trouble on the backstretch, he gets spun around in turn 3. Yellow is out.
That was a
Who is Steven Durbin? I don't remember that name.
A big ditch there. He just drove through.
Jeez, yeah, I didn't think there was that big a hole in the infield, but that was some serious bump.
Neil and
Mike,
Nuke.
just a heads up, you are blinking pretty good. Sir.
Well, we kind of saw it start to unfold as we were talking. Let's see what happens.
Neil is in the picture.
00. Terzak was to the inside. Was there any contact here? I don't think so.
Boy, if not, look how close this is.
There's still about a half car width between the two of them. The 45 was kind of trying to catch it now. Looks like Cook just lost it on his own, and he might have still made contact with Terzak just a tiny bit.
Yeah, Terzak almost got wrecked again.
I'll tell you, Adam Benefield did a great job diving to the bottom of the racetrack to not collect the 00.
Man, these are one of the hairiest cars. When they get sideways like that, start tank slapping, they're so hard to save. That's a heck of a job by Mike to keep it out of the wall.
Watch the view from Adam Benefield here as he tries to clear him.
Oh. That's scary.
Could have been a bad day. Looks like Mike stays in the lead lap. It looks like he's also battling some connection issues. That car's linked in and out of the session a couple of times here just since this caution came out. Larry Bruner's going to hit pit road here. So is Jason Nilges. Now you see that Bruner made a quick stop there at the end of pit lane. I got to wonder if that was a closed pit out.
Damn, it sucks I overdrove the start of this race.
Next time by. All right, man. Line up on
Catching
the
that black
outside.
flag for the
Actually, you know where that was? You'd never think of a place like that having pit closed ever. Was Chicagoland.
Hey, Neil.
I had such a lead that I actually had to come.
Thanks for that, Neil.
Stop after taking 2 tires, and it's one of those racetracks you never even look for that, you know. So I blew right past the red light and got an EOL, and there was a big wreck the next lap, and that was my race.
The pace car is
I thought it was in the late model.
Green, green, green. Good job. The next car
Came
is
close
clear.
a couple
Pit road
times,
is now open.
but
The leader just did
ever
a
since that Chicagoland race, I've been
37.582.
pretty attentive on that.
Working lap 45 here at Langley. We're going to watch Kyle Turzak here at the restart and see how he works his way through this traffic. How many spots can he pick up as we get ready to go back green?
Inside. Clear low, clear low.
Damn. Need to run off his bumper a little bit to save. Running too close. Get too squirrely. I want to try to pass him when his tires wear out.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Well, we ain't gonna get no tires worn
Line up
out. Keeps
single
getting
file.
caution
Pit
every
road
3
is
laps. Ugh.
Turzak might have even lost a spot on that start. Back to start finish, though, is looking awfully aggressive in behind the 9. Gets to the inside of 1 and 2, all the way down to the grass in 1 and 2.
Man,
I didn't spit on
I don't know how he got the power down coming out of there.
Oh, loses a
lots of
little bit.
contact.
He's running into me on purpose.
Oh,
Can't really do anything.
lots of checkups here.
You're
Gonna be
also
chaos here in a minute.
passing the field in multiple turns below the
Pit
apron,
road
sir.
is now open.
Do it again, you will be
Zach up
removed.
to 12, looking for a left.
Oof.
Benefield drives it deep and spins him.
Wait, you can
Yeah.
pass under the apron. Since when was that not a rule?
Yeah, I gotta wonder.
It's Langley.
I think the 9 car liked how he was
Daniel didn't like that.
It might not be over here.
Can the 44 get a black plate?
We got big time antics here.
Oh, they
Car.
reckon after the caution.
Nothing like a
That
dog.
is
Let
in the
it
rule
fly on the
book.
The
outside.
51 of Chris Wally. He's effective.
Can't tell who that is.
Daniel clarified that if we can use it or not. I mean, make sure so we all know here.
This might be where that age comes in, Steve. You know, it's
From my understanding,
just tough
of
not
the
to get
rule
angry,
book
you know.
is
But at the same time,
apron was
you know, kind
not
of doing a
covered.
retaliation thing. You're only hurting your own car, only hurting your own race at this point.
He just jumped in here with me. I will get back to you on that. But Kyle, I wasn't reprimanding you on the passing below the yellow.
No,
I was
look at it.
reprimanding you
Once
for
again.
the intentional contact.
Back it up a little bit further here and
after
watch
someone
from
got
above.
tired of you going.
I think the
below
9
the
got
yellow.
on the brakes about 10 minutes too late.
Daniel, to be honest, that was not intentional at all. They have
Oh,
seconds
yeah, he was
from
almost
me,
sideways
and I got
getting in
into
there so
an
hot.
accident. It was not on purpose. But if you tried to pass
You know,
me on the
and
apron like
I
that
get
again,
it.
I
You know,
won't
the
put him in the grass.
451 is very aggressive.
Pit road is closed.
He didn't wreck you. He might
There it is.
up a bit,
I mean,
that's
it's
fine,
Langley.
but
You literally do that.
you don't go
here.
into the
I
next
want you to
corner
watch
and just
every
straight
single
dump the guy
thing car
because
here in real life. You literally do it.
he roughed you up.
I mean,
You're on a
I don't know
3/8
what you
mile
want me to
short
do,
track.
pass him outside?
Those things are going to happen. On top of the fact
Yeah, I mean, you
that
can't
the
pass on the
guy
outside.
behind you. If you want to dump a guy, you know, 25, 40.
But I thought they were talking about the hit after the caution came
You
out.
got a chance of nobody collecting them, but you
All
could have
right,
taken
guys.
out 5-6
So-
cars there.
Talking with the admin, you may use the apron to pass, but if you are the fault
You know, like you said,
of
I
the
mean, I get the
caution
frustration.
by
I get that you know,
doing
some guys have
so-
hot heads
All right,
and a
man, we're
short
going
fuse.
green next time.
you will
They just
be
gotta
out.
go
All right, man.
off. But
Line up on the outside
you
road
got to
now.
think big picture. At the end
Yeah,
of the
and I
day,
didn't call that yellow.
this
Also,
isn't
what
real
we're gonna do.
racing. This is a video game. I know, I said it. It's a simulator. Whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, you're not making thousands of dollars on iRacing. Most guys aren't making any money on iRacing.
You don't make money on iRacing?
Good time.
Get ready.
Yeah,
Dang
it
it.
would be. It's just the worst thing if you're one of these guys, you know, behind this battle, and you're just
All right,
racing
man.
your own race.
Oh, he took off before the line.
Green
Buddy.
flag, green
You
flag.
just do
Violation.
Pit road is
and
now
then
open.
something like that this
The leader
happens,
just did a
and you get collected. You know, that's the worst thing.
37.1.
But these guys up here, they're loving.
Let's get the rule book out on that one. That was 2 miles behind the white line.
Brandon Medford still out in front. Brian McCann will restart.
Brandon getting scared up there?
Two,
All right, man,
Steve
caution
Durbin
is out.
and Neil
Caution is
Quick.
out. Line up
Brent
single file.
Butler in
Pit road
fifth.
is closed.
Josh Funkhauser, William Tyndall, Doug Wysocki, Nuke Quick, and Todd Cleek.
Hashtag 2-car for the win.
Oh yeah, you can see it on the replay.
Medford with a great restart once again. Jumped up the throttle as soon as he could.
Pit road is now open.
Got some excitement.
Terzak's in this one too. Terzak got through it. I don't know how much. These guys are still going. I don't know if they were involved in this together, but the way the 9 rolled up on Terzak there, it kind of thought it was going to happen all over again.
Boy, when we invert this is going to be a mess.
Well, let's see if we can figure this one out. On the restart, I think it was, it's into turn 1. Things happening. Josh Funkhauser, Doug Wysocki. We talk about how clean Doug was, and there was some contact there.
Just as broadcaster's curse never fails.
Terzak,
wow, did Kyle, he snuck by.
Yeah, he got by on the outside.
That was tight.
Race control finds that on the 34.
Watch this too, Steve. He was the only car to go high in this situation too.
Yeah, watch a little close here, the incident that just kind of looks like the 34 just didn't turn in.
Yeah, I think he just missed. He missed his turn in just by, I mean, just by a little bit, but that's all it takes in a small place like this.
Door, but
look at all the cars.
Running in close to the guy in front of you, you kind of miss. If you can't see your mark, a lot of times it's very likely you're going to miss that turn in or even your braking point.
Right.
Terzak might have scraped the wall, but just a hair, not too bad.
You were to his door, but you moved up in the lane.
Therefore. So y'all got to come by the Lucky Dog. Look up top so you can see what's going on.
Now, for reference,
I got to go EOL. So.
Trying to get the stages straightened out here because they are different for the twins versus the full-length races.
Racking them up, doing it again.
That was a lap 25. I think we had a natural caution for that one anyway. Stage 2.
Get ready.
Will be lap 65. So just past halfway, we should get stage 2.
All right, man.
With that said, we're not supposed to get a caution. No.
Oh, I got screwed on that.
Caution for some of these stages, these 125. So we'll see what happens. If they get to lap 65 and complete it, the yellow doesn't come out, well, that makes sense. And if it doesn't, if it does come out still, well, it still makes sense. We're just going to roll with it.
I like it. Play by ear.
See who's starting right near that 9 car again.
Sorry.
Yeah. This is gonna be this is good for us to be up here and watch it. Pretty big gaps on that top side. Real big gap behind Neil there.
Track really still ain't got that much grip.
Green's back in the air. Brian McCann timed it a little better this time.
All right.
Durbin looking to the inside, but McCann's gonna have to run out of turn number 2. Lap 63, just past halfway.
That is stage 2.
And Terzak in behind the 9 of Adam Benefield once again. We'll see how this battle continues.
Yeah, you know, something in me tells me the 9 car's just not going to give it to Steve. I don't know. Just got a feeling.
Terzak taking a look to the bottom left side's almost below the yellow line again. Remember, he had all 4 below the yellow line through 3 and 4 previously. I think that's kind of what frustrated Adam. Lap 65 goes up on the board. Brandon Mefford still out in front. Off turn 4, he'll win stage number 2.
The big save may not be working.
So that's that. Stage 2 in the books. Stage 3 begins now. We're going to step aside, get an HPR TV side-by-side break out of the way. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
The leader just did a 16.58.
Go ahead, Doug.
Thank you, man.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
I think Kyle wrecked again. Oh no. Yeah, that's him on the track. He's not having a good race this race.
Daniel, I had to go to avoid that wreck and got a drop to end along this line for entering a closed pit. I had no choice right there at the edge.
10-4.
Pit road is now open.
Tim, are you okay? Just tell me to let you
Back at Langley, we've got big trouble. Caution out again, and Kyle Turzak, once again involved in this one, gets right hooked after going to the bottom.
Wave around.
Oh, I missed it.
Turzak was making his way through the field. I think he got up to 11th. This time he's got some damage. He's going to have to get her fixed. I think he's might be out of this one. I think he's called it quits.
Car 12. Got the lucky dog. Let him by on the outside.
Let's get a look at it.
Race control finds that.
We'll back it up a little bit further here. We noticed this during the break. The 051 at Turzak drove it way down to the bottom of the racetrack on the 62. And
he ain't doing no half sins. He's doing the full sin.
He's already turned in, and Turzak's driving to the bottom. I mean, I see why he'd be frustrated.
Turzak's going for the grass. Yeah, they just door each other. The outside car is below the yellow.
Tyndall down to the grass. I'm sorry, ran Turzak to the grass.
So they are both below the yellow racing.
To come back up, whether that was intentional or the car just pushing up the track.
They made it out of the track? I mean,
But I think this all
Where's the wreck
goes
at?
off in
It's not
turns
showing
3 and
you
4.
with anything.
So Kyle's in front.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyndall.
That was a
hooked
big
him.
hook if I've ever seen one.
The outside car hooked Kyle. Kyle was in front of him.
Insert the Denny Hamlin meme right here.
Right?
It's having everybody pass me. I don't understand. But
Kyle got hooked to the outside wall.
I don't know.
Well,
Kurzak might be out of this. I'm not sure, but he definitely towed from that one space in pit lane.
That is not due to anything
Yeah.
on
Yeah, I think he's
my
done
end.
for the
It
night.
may
And
be just
I think it ultimately
iRacing
answers the
scoring
question, Steve. You know, if it was worth
screwed up.
coming in for those tires or not. I mean,
All right, man. Line up on the outside
I
road.
think everybody's good on gas, obviously, with the cautions we've had.
No,
I'm
if I
not
get
sure, but I was.
if I get a bad start, Neil might get under me here.
It's probably 'cause
You know, you come down and try to get the tire advantage and get off cycle, but you keep getting caught.
I was just starting to reel Brandon in.
But you still got to get through the minutia.
I don't know if I had enough to pass him, but
starting out
I was a little bit quicker than him.
It can be tricky. And again, my observation with Turzak, he's got a ton of talent. But I think he's just got to dial it back just a bit when he's trying to cut through the field for position. He gets through no problem when he's just lapping guys. But when he's in the back of the pack, it's like,
now I get inside.
get back to the front. I think he just needs to calm down because he could just run.
Oh, that outside lane sucks.
3/4 of this field without really pushing the envelope too much. Once he gets towards the front, okay, dial things back up.
Pit road is now open.
But I don't know. I think with that level of aggression, you get guys kind of tweaked at you, and they're not going to give you an inch. And sometimes they'll take their retaliations out on you. We'll see what happens. But green flag back in the air. Brandon Medford running away.
Then if you look closely, you'll see Millet's picked the race.
And caution out again, though. Now just facing the wrong way.
Car 45. Got the lucky dog. Let him by on the outside.
That pace car, man, he is just fearless.
Lucky dog coming high.
Well, the pace car has learned to apparate through things.
A few more of these and you get your lap back, Tim.
That would help.
So it's.
I got one of them back. I thought I was the only car lap down there.
Nah, you're going to have one more after this one.
Shucks.
Yeah, William Tyndall is the other car lap down.
Take a look at it here, the 88 going around again. He was involved in this, but again, things happening out in front is what kicked this off. And then Matt Kopp just still on throttle, just drives in the back of the 88.
I think I'm still 2 down.
The wreck that was happening, and
yeah, you're 2 and William is 1.
the message.
And that's just that vision thing again, too, Steve, is when you're back in the pack like that. And I mean, you sit so low in these cars, you just can't see a thing.
Well, I mean, that's the truth, but at the same token, when the field in front of you is all checking up and you're catching them in such a hurry that you are, it's got to be an indication that something is wrong. I mean, tire smoke displays, regardless of how far back you are, and that stuff goes a little higher in here than the race car does. But
just been that good.
Yeah, after being on the sim for a little while, I've noticed one thing for sure that never fails, and that is smoke is bad. Smoke is a bad sign. Slow down.
Here we go.
10-4, thank you, gentlemen.
yeah, you can see it. That camera's built into the helmet of the driver,
All right, man,
so if we can
green
see it,
next
he can
time
see
by.
it.
All right, man. Line up on the inside row. Get ready. The pace car is in. Green, green, green. Go high. Got one outside.
89 laps complete here from Langley Speedway, now 90. And unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to our buddy Zach Millett here momentarily. He's got to run off to work in about 2-3 minutes. So either way, Zach, thanks for joining us here for a portion of the race. We do appreciate that.
You're back in second.
Yeah, it was a pleasure as always. Yeah, looking forward to next week. It's the only thing is when we get these double headers, it's just tough to get them in before I got to run to work. But, yeah, anytime.
Me and Neil's just going to be swapping spots here.
We'll get this restart out of the way and then say have a good night to Zach Millett. Pace car hits pit road. Mefford on the gas right away. Big time restart for the 83s. He gets out in front of McCann and Neil Quick. Tyndall coming out of the pits right at the restart. Well, that was scary.
Now open.
That got tight quick.
3 wide in behind him. Aaron Johnston in that mix as well. Tyndall to the bottom of the racetrack. These guys, while watching Turzak, they have learned that you can find a ton of grip on the bottom of the racetrack. It may not be great for the tires across the board as the 99 goes around. Doug Wysocki, so does Steve Durbin. And we're under caution once again.
Yeah. Well, cautions will breed cautions for sure.
They're a happy old bunch these days. They're breeding all kinds of cautions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's springtime here.
Tim,
late model stocks are in the rut,
on the
per se.
99 EOL will be issued with the 2 to green.
I don't know if there was much consent given on that last wreck, but
let's see what really started here. Does this kick off with the 99? Purple machine, center your screen. I don't know if he just stood on the brakes because he was going to get into the back of the 9, but the car got loose. Then Durbin gets into the back.
Accordion effect.
Spin, and then domino.
There was like there. 6 up.
Drives up underneath.
Paper Durbin, thin, bumper to bumper.
He's going to hit the 4, I think. No, Nile just is going to hit Wysocki and turn him around, and then hit the 4. Well, with that, Zach, again, thanks for joining us. Hopefully we'll have you back here in the near future. I think we got a break next week, but I believe, let me take a quick gander at the upcoming schedule. Yes,
we do have a break.
Next week. The 18th will be off when we come back March 25th. Slinger Speedway for 200 laps.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I don't want to miss that one.
That should be a good one. But again, Zach, thanks for joining us here in the booth, man. Have a safe night at work.
Alrighty, man. We'll catch you later.
Take care, brother. Zach Millett leaving the booth for us here at HBR TV. Again, thanks to Zach for jumping up here and saying hello.
Thank you, Zach.
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye. All right, man.
So now
line up on the outside road now.
Definitely been an eventful evening for many drivers this evening. Unfortunately, Kyle Turzak out of this one early.
Get ready.
Trying to get through the field, and unfortunately getting turned there late. 62 William Tyndall getting to the right rear and sending the 051 up the racetrack. Now, with that said, I don't know how badly damaged your
Damn, Neil got a good jump.
Might have had some front end damage, and the wheels may not have been straight. And of course, no fast repair, so that doesn't help things either.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is
62. Is that, oh, yeah, I see who it is.
Pace car lights on.
Yeah, you got hooked.
Ready for yet another restart. Brandon Mefford, Brian McCann get a lead back to start finish. Then Neil Quick.
Pit road is now
76
open.
of Brent Butler and 5th is Garrett Johnston.
I'm either going to finish 2nd or 3rd in this race, most likely. I thought maybe Neil would go and take Brandon out right there, and I'd
Flag back in the air.
mow on by, but nope. Because Neil was all over Brandon.
Jump for Brandon Mefford this time. I don't know who timed it.
Neil backed off big.
Yet another caution.
Car.
Mike Cook facing the wrong way in the middle of 1 and 2.
On the outside.
Oh, this thing started on the front stretch. Larry Bruner, Jason Nilgis.
And we're going to have a wreck every single
Back it up a little
green.
further, get an idea what happened here exactly. This actually.
Hell, they wrecked before.
Let the 62 car by.
They wrecked before the checkered flag line.
The field's hanging back here. You see everyone
Front stretch
off, and the rest of this group kind of stuck in the back. Though some guys
missed the gear or something.
Throttle and go. That's going to cause a stack up here. They're technically 3 wide right here. The 4 clips the 44 Bruner, sends him into Mike Cook. Nile just tries to squeak by on the inside, but you see the 44 is going to right rear the 88, sends him back up the track into the 00.
Into your inside, Mike. EOL will be issued
Race
with
1 turning into a demolition derby here at Langley. This place is tough. Some guys certainly.
Whatever happened to that one guy What was his name?
Pit road is
2 to go.
The other guy that ran these things that was real fast.
Did not leave the session. It looks like he did tow eventually to his pit stall, got some repairs made. He's back.
Troy, was that his name? Do you know what happened to him? He ain't been here in a while.
Additional points. Not that he truly needs it. He's won a ton of races this season, but good to see him get back out there and not throw in the towel. I really do like to see that out of guys. Regardless of the circumstances, he certainly got a raw deal tonight. Running back in the 21st spot, multiple laps down. See what he can pick up. 25 to go here again. His finishing position. This could still work out for him depending if he can pick up some spots. I know they.
I doubt that's what he said.
Here for race number 2. That's right. We do have another 125 lap event coming up after this one.
Every time I'm getting in line to be lucky dog, a couple others jump up in front of me.
Racing race car. Lights still on.
That sucks.
All right, man. Pace car is in. Green, green, green.
Chris Wally,
one outside.
driver the number 51, not the old 51, the 51. In the IROC chat.
Stay low. All clear.
Get a little sleepy, I think.
That man really does have grip down there. It's the first time I've really drove it.
Field working through 3 and 4 will be green flag racing when we get back to the flag stand. Be 22 laps to go as the pace car peels off. Field up to speed. We're back racing from Langley. Battle is on for the second spot. Brian McCann to the inside of Neil Quick. Quick in the 2, still hanging tough on the outside. Tries to slot in behind the 3, but he's got the 15 at Johnston. Attacking now for the 3rd position. Johnson gets into him into turn 1, not able to complete the pass or really upset the 2 that much. On board with Garrett Johnston in the 4th position as he tries to get back to the 2. Loose on exit, has to lift just a bit, loses a car length. Gains some of it back in the middle of 3 and 4.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Dang, I was just starting to try to figure out how to pass.
Pit road is closed.
Oh, now I'm going to lose second again. Of course, we might have 10 more of those.
It doesn't matter now. I'm back.
Now on board with Neil Quick, looking back at the 15.
Oh, I was being courteous.
Interestingly enough, the top 3 drivers have yet to make a pit stop here tonight. One other driver has not. That's the 03 of Joshua Stewart. Josh running in the 7th spot. A little bit of contact. Johnston gets to the back bumper as the caution comes out. Todd Cleek involved in this. 45, looks like he's already straightened back out, but some damage to that machine.
Got the lucky dog. Let him by on the outside.
Race control finds out a racing incident. No EOO will be issued.
Take a look at it here real quick. Drives it in hard into turn 3 and just too much rear brake per se. Car gets crossed up, down low on the racetrack, slides it back up, and it looks like now just might run him over here as he's starting to spin anyway. Finishes him off. Stays off the inside wall, continues on. With that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC series. Kyle Steffens, UMP Modified and Silver Crown driver. and Gordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws late model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net. Find us on Facebook.
R&R Racewear, your source to all custom racewear apparel needs, and home to iRacing apparel. Pick it up today at rnrracewear.com.
Is at 28, Steve.
All right, man, we're going green next time.
Back at Langley Speedway, going to be 12 laps to go as we still work behind the iRacing pace car. Race number 1. It's been a very eventful one. Lots of crashes, lots of carnage, lots of cautions. Hopefully race 2 yields a little bit cleaner event.
Get ready. The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. Pit road is now open. 10 to go at the line.
Yep, still
inside,
in behind the pace car here. We're going to go one more lap, I think, before we take the green flag. Be 10 laps to go when we settle this one.
High. Still there? Hold your line. Clear low, clear low.
Holy crap. Brandon almost lost it. That outside lane ain't got nothing.
Green flag back in the air. 10 laps to go from Langley Speedway. Brian McCann got a much better restart this time, but he's still got to worry about Neil Quick. Neil Quick in the 2 to the bottom of the racetrack. Tries to get alongside. Little issue for Medford on turn number 2. Gets crossed up. Neil Quick goes to the bottom of the racetrack looking for the race lead.
Clear, all clear.
Quick unable to clear McCann. Up the racetrack, they still fight it out for the second position. 9 laps to go. Brandon Medford regains his composure. He's back in the throttle, and now McCann with an issue off of turn number 2. He tucks in behind Neil Quick. Quick finally clear of the 3. He sets sail for Brandon Medford.
Stay low. Stay low. There's a car on the high side. 5 laps to go.
8 laps remain here in race number 1 of 2 tonight.
We're in a podium position.
Medford in his own world right now, and Brian McCann trying to reel in and pass the 2 of Quick. I think Brian's just a tick faster than the 2 right now. He can't seem to get by, but man, you got to be a lot faster to complete a pass here. 6 laps to go, still running in behind Quick, drives it to the inside, down to 1 and 2, all the way down to the flat of the racetrack. We'll see if he can make it stick. Doesn't look like it, but he stays there. Just a nose into the left rear quarter of the 2, back into 3 and 4. McCann trying to complete this pass as we've got now 5 laps remaining.
All right, man, caution is out.
Oh, we get to do it again.
76 of Brent Butler looking racy as well. He lifts up big time to avoid contact with
Get to do it again. Oh. Corner track.
Brandon Medford.
Now I'm a lucky dog candidate.
4 laps to go, about 3 car lengths back to Brian McCann. McCann finally
just don't slow down below speed.
Takes that second position.
I almost had to come to a stop.
Turns 3 and 4 now. 3 laps to go. Now battle for 3rd. Neil Quick has the spot. The 76 of Butler though. Giving tap.
Oh, Brandon had a huge mistake on that restart, but there was nothing I could do to take advantage of it. And I guess Neil may have made a mistake too. They were both slow coming out of 2. Looked like Brandon got on the throttle way too hard. But I was just on the outside, nothing I could do.
Race control finds that on the 15 EOL will be issued with the 2 to go.
Let up 12.
Then Butler was
in here. I'll be lucky to get a 3rd.
Just wasn't meant to be. So this is the exit of turn 2. Driver's been really trying to.
Oh, he did it, didn't he?
Into the racetrack. Johnston gets into the back of the 76.
If I could get a good restart on Brandon, he messes up a little bit.
Doesn't push him all the way through, but it was enough to get him sideways and into the grass. Caution still did come out. Surprising.
He'll have to mess up on that inside line.
He was very
for me to pull the outside line.
Other race traffic.
And Neil's gonna be right on his bumper, so.
So
not looking good for me here.
Distance, we're going to go to NASCAR overtime, as they call it. It's not even really NASCAR here in late model stocks. It's the IROC Challenge Series overtime.
2 to green.
Ken,
not looking good for me.
Kick it, chicken. Ken, thanks for being here, man. If you're just getting here, though, again,
Neil times it perfect every time.
Immediately following.
I'm on the outside.
Same broadcast, same link, same everything. You don't need to do anything. Just stay right here.
I am
going to try and get our top 3 finishers interviewed quickly post-race after this, and then we'll do the same, of course, once race 2 is complete.
Count has gotten to 68 already. It's getting bad.
All right, man, we're going green next time by. All right, man, line up on the
my only
outside.
hope here is Brandon messes a gear. Hopefully Neil doesn't get too aggressive and spin us all.
Thing turns right on the straight.
The pace car's in.
So, to clarify the rules of the green-white checker, that means the green flag comes out, then the following lap, the white flag comes out, and then the lap after that, well, that's when we drop the checkered flag. Then, if the green comes out, and we
Damn, that was a good one, too. He defended the bottom, though. I was going to cut under, but I did it wrong.
We'll do it up to 3 times.
I came in too shallow. I needed to
You have an issue on the third
arc and straight line more.
Race over. Hopefully you don't get there. It's very rare that will happen for us, but it's always that possibility. Base car lights are out, ready for another restart. We'll watch Brian McCann and Brandon Mefford. Mefford's been lights.
If I get to inside of him, I'll race, but I really want to finish top 3 here. That way I don't get sit to the back. If I get knocked out of P15,
just a bit. Gets down to the bottom in front of Neil quick. Caution comes out again.
Car 80.
Chris Wally.
because if I wreck and go like 16th, 17th, I'm big screwed next race. Actually, not too bad. It would be like 17th versus, what, 14th? Starting position. 13 or 14th, so. Yeah, not too bad. I guess I could race here.
Take a look what happened here at the 51 just a moment ago. Put us under our 13th.
Not like I'm going to be able to do anything, though.
Back of him. Just sends him around. Trying to get a look from the blimp here. That might give us a better angle on this. Middle of your screen, the number 51, that pinkish purple and black car.
Brandon is getting nervous, though. He's making some.
I see it again here. More domino effect.
Some mistakes.
Maybe not moving quite as fast as Wally had expected him to. Has to jump on the brakes harder than he had planned, which means Tyndall runs him over. And then the chain reaction after that.
Two to green. Thank you, sir.
It's going to bolt on some tires here at this point. You're going to be at the back anyway. Why not? Give it a shot.
All right, man, we're going green next time by. All right, man, line up on the outside row now.
Wasaki's in 5th. Heck yeah.
So this will be our second attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Try to get this one squared away.
Get ready. All right, man. Pace car's in. Green, green, green. Pit road is now open. Inside.
Looks like this is the final time we'll try for a green.
I had a nose on him, but I'll take third anyway. I'll get the inside this time. And this is the last one.
Let the 2 car by. He had the position when the yellow
ain't too bad. I just can't screw this up.
Car lights out.
Now I got my lap back.
Pit road is now open.
It actually puts me in a good position to attack Brandon here.
Let's watch Brian McCann, see if he can match that same restart he had a moment ago. It was perfect before. Medford gets in the gas. A little better restart for the 83 this time, and now Brian McCann's got to worry about Neil Quick to the inside. 2 laps to go. Nope. Another caution. 62 is around again. So is the 9 of Benefil. And the 44, Larry Bruner. 3-car incident, it looks like. We'll try to get a look, see exactly what happened here. Larry Bruner getting in the back of the 62. Mike Cook gets a piece. Joshua Stewart. 14th caution of the night. It's been a rough one, folks. They're not
14 cautions.
A lot of bent sheet metal, a lot of tempers.
Flat track racing.
So this will set us up for our 3rd and final attempt at a green-white checkered finish. I don't even think the caution will necessarily come out if it needed to. I don't know how iRacing typically handles that on that 3rd attempt, but either way.
I think the caution can come out before the white flag, but then you just pace it out and the race is over with.
Pit road is closed.
You make it to the white line and it doesn't come out like normal. I remember being in a race, but this is a long time ago. I don't know if they changed it, but that scenario happened where the yellow did come out on the 3rd and final green-white checker.
IROC and
whoever it was is in the lead, didn't know he had to go back around and complete all the laps. He just pulled off and towed.
With you guys venting in the chats, that's perfectly fine. Just keep it PG and just try to be as, I don't know, I think politically correct is the word I'm looking for, but
you thought the race was over at the yellow.
All right, man, line up on the inside row.
And in fact, was not.
Raymond keeps retracting, but I don't think he said anything bad. You could have left it there. It's fine. A lot of frustrations from the Terzak camp. I can't blame them.
Get ready. All right, man. The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
I got hit.
Next car is the leader. All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
That race is over with.
Pit road is closed.
I got 3rd.
There it is. Pace car lights are out. So next time by, we'll settle this once and for all. Hopefully we can make it to a checkered flag without wadding them up again.
51, you get corn on the car the long way. Yes, sir.
Surprised with as many cautions as we've had. We've only got a few cars out of this race, not even.
So is the field
I think there's really only one that's still in pit lane. That's Matt Kopp. Everybody else. Raymond Terzak. Blame it on the wife. Pace car is in. Restart here from Langley. Great jump for Neil Quick. Brandon Mefford side by side with the 2. This full race lead, and the caution is out. That's going to do it. Mefford's going to be your winner. I think you're still going to race it back to the line to be safe.
If you're not in the wreck, I'll score you ahead.
Brandon Mefford's going to be your race winner. Quick will finish second.
Then it will show you
62 in the 00 involved in the backstretch. So is Chris Wally.
It'll take some.
Wally's still wrecking.
I'll get it.
I got a black for passing under yellow for that wreck at the end, just FYI.
Yeah,
that's it. Race over. Brandon Mefford, your race winner. Race number 1. Took us an hour to get her done. A lot of mayhem here tonight. Race number 2 coming up shortly. We'll try to get our top 3 finishers, Mefford, Quick, and McCann, up in the booth quickly here post-race. Hopefully get a word with them.
All right, round 2 of
83 car by.
No fun race
when the yellow flag came out.
Our 3rd place finisher, Brian and Steve with HBR TV. You got me?
Yeah, I do.
That was one whale of a race. And we had a bunch of cautions here tonight. A lot of tempers flaring, a lot of bent sheet metal. Of course, we've got the second one coming up here next. Walk us through quickly through your race tonight and what things you may or may not change here for race number 2.
Yeah, there was, I think about half the field that went in on the stage, and I decided not to go out with Brandon, and that kind of helped us since there were so many cautions. But it was kind of a gamble. Tires is an issue here, so the cars that got fresh rubber, they were, looking a little bit better. But that track position helps out a whole lot too. So it's just a gamble, whichever way you pick.
With the invert in race number 2, what's the strategy play for that one? How are you going to work your way through this field? It's going to be ginger. You're going to be aggressive. You got to go, don't you?
Yeah, but I want to dodge the wrecks. I don't want to, be caught up and then end my race there. So I'm going to try to keep it balanced.
Well, fair enough, Brian. Wish you the best of luck, man, and maybe we'll talk to you at the end of the second one here.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
With the invert,
did you end up winning that?
What's the strategy for that one? How do you work your way through this field? It's going to be ginger. You're going to be aggressive.
Well,
you're going to go, don't you?
Showed me at the end of the race.
Yeah, but
getting 9th.
Dodge the wrecks. I don't want to
getting through the big pile up. But I think it showed on Chris's screen 13th or something.
Maybe we'll talk to you in the second one here.
Are you still in the race?
Man, take it easy. No, I left.
And your third finisher.
I didn't. I didn't save that replay.
Booth next and have a word with our runner.
I didn't either.
Things a little backwards because it just makes it easier. We've got a short time frame here, but Neil, quick, it's Steve with HBR TV. You got us?
Yeah, Steve, got you.
Neil, congratulations, man. A hard-fought second place. Watching you battle with Brian McCann on those restarts, that was something to see. Walk us through that final green-white checkered. Was there any real battle there with the 3 at that point, or was it just a matter of time in the restart?
It was really hard.
I hope he catches someone. Or I guess he'd have to watch the broadcast.
I think we lost.
And maybe he can record it.
Yeah.
Maybe Chris can, maybe.
Neil, I think we're losing.
I'm not sure.
You're coming in and out here.
I'm going to take this headset off for a few minutes.
All right, man. See you in about 10.
Yeah, just restarts were hard. You had to be on the inside to get a good restart and try to get some ground and make it a pass. So if you're on the outside, you were just trying to hold ground and not lose position. So us 3 up there were kind of going back and forth. And last restart there, had a good restart against Brandon.
That's so weird. My sound is still messed up.
He moves.
Well, either way, fun race to watch. A great.
I'm not getting notifications, and I don't hear the
a little cleaner this time. You think?
Speeding penalty going down pit road anymore.
Had enough eye pacing for one night.
I don't know why.
All right, Neil. Well, thanks for talking to us, man. Hopefully we get a chance to talk here at the end of this next one. Good luck.
Thanks, Steve.
Neil Quick, your runner-up here in race number 1. Now we're going to pull. I know we did things a little backwards here. We got to find Brandon Mefford because he's not where he's supposed to be. Let's see. There he is in the waiting room. We'll pull him up into the broadcast booth, get a word with our race winner, race number 1 winner, Brandon Mefford. Brandon, it's Steve in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Steve.
Brandon, congratulations. A win this time, not just a top 3. Walk us through your race. You looked strong from the outset, never really looked back much. I know you didn't lead every lap, but you led a bunch. Talk us.
So weird because everything is set correctly.
And, what's your thoughts on race 2, if it be any cleaner than this one?
Yeah, thanks, Steve. So I started 4th, I believe it was. So my goal was to get down and log some laps. And early on, I felt really strong. I thought Brian and Kyle were the 3 of us were going to take off and run away with that if it had gone green. I felt like I had a little bit of exit speed better than those guys, so I thought if I could at least get them up the track, maybe I could get by them. Got by Brian on a start, and then Kyle pit for tires, which proved detrimental to him because of all the cautions that we had. So stayed out front, tried to time those restarts well. Neil got a really good restart on that very last one before the last caution came out, but I think I had him where I needed him. Brian and those guys raced me really clean, so we did what we needed to do, stayed out front, stayed clean, and brought home the W.
One more before we get you into race number 2. What is going to be the key to success in race number 2 with this invert coming up? Do we see a cleaner race? Does it get worse? Does it stay the same? I mean, what's the plan of attack?
Well, usually the Track's cooler. It's not near as slick, but I would say we're going to see something similar. This track's very tight. It's one lane. So on the restarts, everybody's trying to get what they can get, and it creates chaos, especially if someone misses a shift or they get a little sideways or they push a little bit. It backs the field up, and once they get stacked up, you spin somebody, and then we got a caution. So hopefully we can get everything going here shortly and have a clean race, but it's going to be tough to get through the field. I think some restarts are going to be key, and just staying clean.
All right, Brandon, congratulations on race number 1. Maybe you can make it 2 in a row. We'll talk to you again after this.
We'll do our best. Thanks, Steve.
Brandon Mefford, your race winner in race number 1 here from Langley. We're going to step aside, take a short break, and we'll be back with your starting grid to race number 2 in just a few moments. Stay with us.
Race number 2. I didn't look at my tires either. That would have been good information. I just noped right out of that race. Didn't even look at replay or nothing. Is he? He loves them flat tracks. I don't see him.
Yeah.
I still don't see him. I don't think he's online. He's not online. I don't know why it showed that. I got you, Kyle. He is a flat track specialist, though.
But I just don't know where that baby of mine.
I'm a big oval bank specialist. Sometimes. That guitar's getting it, though. I guess I better practice that apron a little bit. Turn 1 and 2 sucks. 3 and 4 is a little bit better. Just a little bit. I'm guessing you can't hit that cone.
Well, what did you run for? Are you back?
Yep.
What'd you end up running for brake bias?
Hell, I changed it the whole race. I was all the way back, all the way forward, and then went settled in like middle. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. At least I couldn't tell much of a difference. I don't use a lot of brake anyway.
You just not get into the throttle very hard, or stay at full throttle on the straightaway?
Just let off when it needs to.
Got a car
Any more than that, it's just burning the right front end.
Slow car down low. Car 83, just hit the top of the left. 16.134.
So on this turn 1 and 2, you kind of got to get below the white line before you ever get there. So you have to dive bomb like that, and hope you don't get the grass. And try it again. So you aim for the green cone. All right, I think I got that one pretty good. See if I can figure out 3 and 4.
We have a car stopped down low. Go high. Slow car down low.
3 and 4, you just naturally go where you think you need to. Turn 1 and 2 is the odd one.
Slow car down low. Car 051, just hit the fastest lap. 16.027. Slow car down low. Slow car down low. Go high. Have a slow car on the bottom. Go high. Got one inside. Still there. Clear low, clear low. We have a slow car up high. Go low.
Oh, I don't know what the strategy for this race is.
Slow car down low.
But I just don't know where that baby is.
Got one stopped up high. Go low, go low, go low.
Whoever's playing that guitar, whew.
To the bottom. I can't stop feeling sorry for myself. I'm drowning off the girl. A girl and nobody else. Keep on looking every day and every night, but I just know where that baby is.
I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
Langley Speedway, the pre-race warm-up just about complete. About a minute remaining. Turzak the quickest with a 16:02. race. Winner, Brandon Mefford, 16:13. He's second quick.
Little practice goes a long way.
Short in this session versus the first race of the evening. Some drivers unable to make race number 2 tonight.
All right, man. Line up on the outside row now. Pit road is closed.
Dirt, man. I put the bumper to 2 people in one race. I hate you.
The estimated SOF is 1,943.
I'm lying. I got third.
That wraps up the warm-up session. We're going to jump right into the race. So let's do this. Let's take a look at our starting grid. On the pole position, it's the 3.
Nah.
Brian McCann.
Me and Neil Quick were swapping back and forth, restarting.
We'll start in the 3rd position.
Second and 3rd. He restarted on the outside in second. The inside guy would just blow your doors off. So
7th starter, it's the 40.
There was like 14 cautions that race.
8th is Joshua.
Me and him, we just went back and forth.
Into 2. Brent Butler will start 10th.
He got the best of it.
The Josh Funkhauser. Well, Adam Benefill in the 9. Starting 13th, it's Mike Cook in the 00. Doug Wysocki starts 14th. Larry Bruner.
Derek's probably already went back to the replay.
Position with Jarrett Wiedner again starting the number 90.
It's like you didn't wreck nobody.
All right, man, we're going
Honestly,
green.
I don't think that's even accurate. It doesn't match at all to what they've got lined up on the field. So it's a little backwards. That's all right. You can kind of see where everybody is. Looks like Garrett Johnston, Schofield, Stewart, Benefill, Nuke Quick in 5th, Jarrett Wiedner 6th, 7th, Todd Kleek, Brent Butler, Josh Funkhauser, Brian McCann, Neil Quick,
Get him 10th.
Get ready.
Mike Cook, Chris Wally, Doug Wysocki, Larry Bruner, and Kyle Terzak at the back of the field.
All right, man. Green flag, green flag. Inside.
Sorry, Brent, this is shift.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
10:37 on the East Coast as we get set for yet another 125 laps here from Langley Speedway.
Still there.
I'm just screwed.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
Yeah, Justin Kivett in the IROC chat.
You got to get to the inside line.
No, it wasn't even close. I think it was pretty much completely backwards, but we got it roughly correct after the fact.
Outside.
Green flag in the air. We're racing.
Low, there's a car on the high side.
Garrett Johnston, Timmy Schofield down into turn number 1.
That was your fastest lap of the session. Outside, the car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 16.09. Still there? Hold your line.
Johnston leads the 12 of Schofield. Joshua Stewart running back in the 3rd position. Nuke Quick 4th. Adam Benefill in the 9 runs 5th.
You're clear high, clear high. You digging, man. You're in top 10.
This was what's going to be fun to watch is the 051 of Terzak having to work his way through the field here. He's going to have to be a little patient, take care of the car, and no fast repair in this series.
Stay low. You're clear high, clear high.
Terzak up a couple of positions already the first 4 laps. Gets to the inside, takes yet another one away from the 44 of Larry Bruner. He's up to 14th.
The car in P13 just set the fastest lap. 16.
Further ahead, the 3 of Brian McCann started this race in 10th, and that's where he currently resides.
Outside.
On front, Garrett Johnston still with the lead, maintaining that over the 12 of Schofield. In fact, It's getting a little bit wider the distance between the 15 and the 12. 2 to 3 car lengths from first to second. About the same back to third and Joshua Stewart. Thought Brian McCann was coming to the pits there for a moment. Not the case. New Quick in the 4, working on the back of the 03 of Josh Stewart. This would be for the 3rd position. Benefield in the 5th position. He's got Neil Quick to the back door.
Got one outside.
It didn't happen like in practice.
Knocker trying to get his attention, see if he can make a run and get by the 9. Again, one groove racetrack unless you want to go to the bottom and make it your own. Neil Quick now gets a nose to the inside of the 9 into turns 3 and 4. Brandon Mefford may follow Quick through.
Got one outside.
Neil Quick now up to the 5th spot. Brandon Mefford does drive to the bottom of the racetrack, takes the spot as well. So move Adam Benefield back to P7 as Quick and Mefford get on by. Still out in front. Car length and a half to 2. Back to Timmy Schofield. 12 laps in here from Langley Speedway. Kyle Terzak still working his way through the field. He's up to 11. He's made 6 passes for position since the start of this one. Make it 7. It's 7 and 8. Terzak into the top 10, looking for 9th. He's got a 45 to Todd Cleek to the outside and quickly disposes of him. So now Terzak
outside
up to the 9th position. Now he's in behind Brian McCann. This is where it starts to get a little more difficult. Closer to the front you go, the harder it is to pass these guys.
All clear, all clear. Outside. Stay low. Stay low. All clear, all clear.
It ain't easy.
Brian McCann in behind the 9, right to the back bumper, trying to just find the right opportunity. Might loosen him up a bit here. Drives to the apron off turn number 4. He knows he's got a very fast Kyle Terzak in behind. It's time to go if you're the 3 of McCann. Drives it to the grass in the middle of turn 2. Gets to the inside of Benefield. Benefield gets the wall, gets into McCann in the entrance to turn number 3. Gets crossed up. McCann hangs onto it. Still alongside Adam Benefield. Start-finish line. This battle just not ending.
All right, man. Caution is
Finally,
out.
McCann gets clear, and now Terzak's got to deal with it. Door handle to door handle through turns 3 and 4. Terzak back on the throttle. Benefield trying to battle back as well. Not giving an inch, but Terzak gets clear in the middle of 1 and 2. Terzak into the 8th position. McCann now 7th. Changes up front. Brandon Mefford trying to knock on the door of Neil Quick as they both have gone past the 03 of Josh Stewart.
Pit road is now open.
Yes, sir. That will be staged.
Oh, trouble. Benefield's in the wall.
Guys, just quickly, just remember.
3, 2, 1.
Take influence.
Right here.
First caution of the night, 21 laps in. We'll get a look at it here at the 9.
God, it was 10th.
That's it. Go.
Benefield driving it down into turns 3 and 4. Gets the left sides below the yellow line. That's fair game. It gets back to the throttle and just drives in the back of the 4 car.
Single file.
Gets him crossed up. Actually straightens the 4 back out. Funkhauser goes around.
I got tires that time.
And the 9 of Benefield having to straighten his end.
Me too.
Back on the racetrack here. Hits the big tractor tires protecting the end of pit wall.
I'm predicting this one is going to go green.
Interestingly enough, we got some drivers on pit lane, Brian McCann being one of them. It's interesting to see this.
Don't run me over.
Seems to be the opposite of what you'd want to do. We saw Turzak.
I think I might be
first
better off letting you by.
Quick to come down pit lane and take some tires. I think it was just right sides.
Although I'm starting on the inside.
And after that, well, things got pretty chaotic.
I feel like I'd have a better time following you through the field than blocking you up.
First race of the evening. Now the difference is, I think there's about 4 less cars in this one, which doesn't seem like a huge difference, but 17 to 21 on a 3/8 mile oval, that's a difference. Does open up the space on the racetrack. We've seen it the first 21 laps here. We ran caution free.
Get ready.
I don't know. Cautions breed cautions, so I don't know what to expect.
That's going to switch things up a bit. It'll have Garrett Johnston still with the race lead, but Neil Quick's going to restart second.
Green flag, green
Brandon
flag.
Mefford, your winner in race number 1, he'll start third. Josh Stewart fourth, and Turzak didn't take long. Already into the top 5, up 12 positions for the 051.
Still there? Hold the line. Say hi.
Yeah, I don't know Kyle Turzak from Adam other than this series, but he's got so much pace, so much talent. If he can sprinkle in just an ounce of patience, that's going to make him even more dangerous. And I don't mean as far as wrecks are concerned. I mean as far as a threat to win these things. Not that he isn't already. Pace car is in, green flag in the air. Johnston hammers the throttle. Give Quick with a good reaction, but so does Brandon Mefford to the inside of Quick in the middle of turn 2 on exit. Both drivers get to the gas. Little wiggle from the 2 of Neil Quick into 3. I thought they were going to make contact. They didn't. Mefford hanging tough to the inside, but nothing doing there. Meanwhile, Turzak jumped to the 4th position on the restart, still alongside this battle for the 2nd spot. Neil Quick really loose off turn number 2. Has to gather it up. Door slams with the 051, loses 2 spots, 1 to Mefford, 1 to Turzak. Quick back to the 4th position. Turzak now battling for the 2nd spot. Gets to the inside of Brandon Mefford here, lap 28 up on the board.
2 races in a row.
Turzak not afraid to dip all 4 tires below the racing line.
Having trouble finding your way to the bottom.
Pit road is
Nah, I'm just hoping this is going to be a tire race.
Taking it easy.
Yeah, them guys up front, they racing. And if it goes green, they're going to be hurting.
Pushing as hard as he can. Might have got the wall on the exit of turn 4 there. Just a tiny bit.
So I figured,
Still not able to get clear.
you know, maybe I can get up through the field and get maybe a top 5 if I get screwed.
Sorry again, Quick, man.
Sure exactly who it was.
Got the lucky dog. Let him by on the outside.
May have been the 4.
We'll see if this turns into a wreck fest now, though. The ruins of that strategy.
Is definitely possible.
Todd Cleek and Nuke Quick. We'll back this up a little bit further and see if we can get an idea of how this.
It was fun riding out front for a little while and not worrying about getting run over.
Another domino effect style crash, it looks like.
I didn't really make too much progress at the very start, so I just went in and got tires.
For Doug Wysocki, Todd Cleek, and then Adam Benefill in behind. These 4 cars have end up in this incident.
I can tell
a little bit of contact.
Definitely faster. It's just picking your time to make the dive.
But you see, Wysocki checked up to let him try and save it, and the guys that are in behind the 34, I guess, didn't notice. Didn't want to lift.
I think I can beat.
There, I know the visibility is not perfect in these race cars, but nonetheless,
some cars out of 2. Seems like I'm faster out of 2 for some reason.
Up the racetrack, nose first into the outside wall. Looks like the 9 and 34 are going to get away pretty cleanly here. Maybe even the 4 of Nuke Quick.
Thank you, sir.
Pit road is closed.
33 laps complete here from Langley Speedway.
Was there a bunch of people that got tires?
6 total.
I just expected to lose a lot more. Yeah, I guess. What do we got? Must have 21 in here still.
Alright, man, we're going green next time by. Alright, man, line up on the inside row. Get ready.
Field still behind the iRacing official pace car. Lights are still ablaze. Expecting them to be extinguished as we cross start finish. We should be on the one to go.
Green flag, green flag. The leader just did a 37.588. Got one outside. Still there. Stay low. Still there. All clear, all clear. Got one outside. All clear, all clear.
Terzak's ready to fire up on the back bumper of Garrett Johnston. Johnston in the throttle. Old top four got a great restart there. Terzak to the inside of Mefford. Mefford goes to the outside of Garrett Johnston. I don't know if Johnston missed his shift. Missed the gas pedal, I don't know, but Mefford had a whale of a run on the turn two and couldn't do anything with it. Now he's alongside Terzak for the second spot.
Stay low. All clear, all clear.
And oh man, it might just be a matter of time before someone's facing the wrong direction. Neil Quick gets to the inside, or at least for a moment, checks up to avoid contact. Still out in front. Now Terzak closing in. Oh, Neil Quick real loose after contact with Brandon Mefford. Great battle going on here for the third position. Meanwhile, we got a battle for the race lead. Terzak taking a peek to the inside on Garrett Johnston. Loose on exit. Everybody having that similar problem.
Outside. All clear, all clear.
Yeah, Terzak just gets into turn one so well. Terzak showing a lot of patience here, doing a good job, just running in behind the 15. We know how hard it is to pass you. On board with Terzak. Gets to the inside. Does he have enough? Terzak takes the spot away. New leader, lap 44. It's Kyle Terzak to the point.
Stay low. The leader just did a 16.
Johnston gets to the flat, trying to fight back and retake it. Not enough grip, not enough momentum, whatever the reasons are, he's still stuck in behind, about a car length off the back bumper of the 051 of Kyle Terzak. Meanwhile, third place still belongs to Brandon Mefford. Neil Quick in the fourth position, about 3 car lengths behind. Chris Wally attacking, he's right there as well. I gotta wonder if Neil Quick just overheated those Hoosiers because he's starting to fall back. Chris Wally gets along.
It is definitely more fun on better tires.
Up into the fourth spot. Saw Neil Quick fighting very hard to try and either get to Kyle Terzak and then subsequently try to fight off the attack from Brandon Mefford. Might have overheated those tires just a bit. You can cool them down, but it's going to take some time. Looks like Neil Quick might be doing that right now.
All clear, all clear.
Garrett Johnston now running second, starting to feel the pressure from Brandon Mefford, the winner in our previous race tonight. Mefford would love to go 2 in a row. Fastest lap of the race thus far is by the 051 of Kyle Terzak. It's a 16.04. Second fastest, well, it's that driver in the second spot, Garrett Johnston, with a 16.09. Clean air, even in this tiny 3/8 mile, it does make a difference.
We got a traffic jam.
1 and 2 of the fastest laps on the track thus far. Real loose in the middle, I think. Johnston got a little more than he bargained for by dumping it down the flat of the racetrack.
Got one outside.
Effort trying to use the low side as well to get that race car to turn.
Hold your line.
51 laps complete here from Langley Speedway of the planned 125. Still watching this battle for the second position. Right on board with Brandon Mefford.
All clear, all clear.
Brandon had mentioned in his interview about tires actually coming into play here versus a lot of these tracks where they weren't that important. Again, track temperature being what it is. Might be a little bit cooler. No, it's not. Still 135 degrees Fahrenheit here at Langley Speedway as Brandon Mefford takes the second spot from Garrett Johnston. Very clean pass for the 83, move him up into P2. We thought this race was actually going to happen in the later stages of the day into the evening. But I'm not sure this track even has lights now that I think about it.
The leader just did a 16.432.
No, it's got lights.
Outside.
Oh, nevertheless.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Race continues on. Chris Wally back in that fourth position. Josh Funkhauser has slipped up to fifth position, while Brian McCann is up to the sixth position. Remember, McCann started in 10th here tonight, but he did make a pit stop at lap 22. McCann, looks like it was only right side tires, so he's going to have a little bit of an advantage as this race progresses towards the end if we continue to run green flag laps the way that we are. That strategy can pay off. It didn't work out great for Terzak for various reasons in that first race. One, he seemed to get caught in a lot of those cautions and being involved in at least 3 of them that I could see. But also there was continued cautions after the fact. So that tire differential from one race car to the next really didn't come into play because running at pace speed, you're not going to wear those tires out circling behind the pace car. Here in this race, we've had a couple of cautions and hasn't been anywhere near as chaotic as race number 1. So tire strategy for McCann could pay off for him depending on how the rest of this race cycles through. Just a few laps, just a couple of laps shy of halfway here at Langley.
Halfway to the finish.
In this battle with Josh Funkhauser and Jared Wiedner, this for the 6th spot. Brent Butler is in behind there. He had a strong run going at the end of the first race as well, so he's going to be a factor in this fight.
Outside. Still
that
there.
is stage 2.
Oh yeah. You're clear high, clear high. You're 4th place.
Wiedner feeling the pressure from the 76 of Butler. Butler was right there. Might have even gave him a little bump to say, hey, I'm here. That's your first warning. Raymond Terzak says, yes, night racing every Saturday night in Langley. Butler got in there deep again. I thought he was going to turn the 99 around, but somehow stayed off the back bumper. Keep watching this fight. In fact, let's go on board with Butler and watch him. It's surprised to reel in the 99. There's going to be contact. We'll see it. Might get a spot from Funkhauser here as he may follow the 99 on through.
Outside. All clear, all clear.
Go ahead, Brent. You can have a spot here.
They're up one position, but still in behind the 99 of Jared Wiedner.
2. Got
Meanwhile,
one
out
outside.
front,
Clear
Terzak
high,
still with the
clear
race
high.
lead and starting to stretch it out. He's got 2.6 seconds back to second place, Brandon Mefford. 4 seconds plus back to third place, Garrett Johnston. 69 laps complete here from Langley Speedway. We're going to take our HBR TV side-by-side break. Stay with us. You won't miss a moment. We'll be right back.
I met Marco Scarza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Got one outside. Stay low. You're clear high, clear high. The leader just did a 16.521.
You're pulling away from the car behind.
The gap is 1.4 seconds. Slow car down low. Go high. Go high. Got one outside. You're clear high, clear high. The leader just did a 16.558.
Back at Langley Speedway, 83 laps complete. We watched Neil Quick running in the 12th position as he hits pit lane. No, he was going to hit pit lane, at least I thought. Dumped it down low. He's contending up in the top 5 there for quite a while.
Got one outside.
I thought he was just trying to cool his tires down, but he has since fallen a lap down.
Clear high, clear high.
He just burned up that right front that significantly, but he's in the wall again. A little bit of right front damage on the 2. Terzak still out in front, maintaining a 5-second lead over second place Brandon Mefford. Quick does come to pit lane this time. I don't know if this is planned or if he's just calling it quits. Side goes in the air, so at least a right side tire change for Neil Quick.
The leader just did a 17.172.
Garrett Johnston, meanwhile, from the top 3 positions, he comes down pit road as well. I think he was actually running 4th at the time. He's going right side tires. I can't imagine. Well, maybe he'll go 4 tires. We'll see. Nope, right sides only for Garrett Johnston. He's back in the thick of it. Now, if we look at tire fall off as an example, fast lap of the race, 16:04 by Kyle Turzak. His last lap was a 17:17. Now, there might have been some lap traffic involved there because we're running more in the mid to upper 16s. Not a ton of fall off with these tires, but you don't want to run the risk of blowing a right front. Many laps complete. Turzak still out in front. Also has not made a pit stop as of yet. Brian McCann, though, now into the 2nd position as he's recently cleared Brandon Mefford. Mefford still runs in the 3rd position. A little bit of a ways back, almost a whole straightaway at this point, which isn't much considering the size of this racetrack, but he has not made a pit stop either. Brent Butler in the 4th position. He has also made a pit stop. Same time that Brian McCann had. He runs 4th. Jarrett Wiedner. No pit stop for Wiedner. He runs 5th. Tim Schofield. He did make a pit stop, also at lap 22. Fuel only, maybe right sides, but nevertheless, he runs in the 6th position.
The leader just did a 16.637.
Turzak's lapped everybody up to the 8th position, and that's Chris Wally. Next one to go down here, Wally's going to be to the outside. Turzak cleanly to the inside. He takes the spot with ease.
Go high.
Race winding down here from Langley Speedway. Kyle Turzak, remember, he had to start dead last here tonight. Took him all of about 20 laps to get up into the top 5, and I think it was lap 44 when he finally took over the top spot.
Slow car down low. Slow car down low.
Funkhauser is going to hit pit road. Looking at lap times, though, remember Brian took right side tires, I believe.
Yeah, one outside. Stay low.
His last lap was in 16:66. Turzak was faster, but only by about 3/10. Not even 3/10, 300ths.
All clear, all clear.
Same story again. McCann ran a 69. Turzak is 63. Now it's 66. McCann runs a 65. So not a huge advantage for those right sides, other than the fact that you run less risk of blowing a right front tire. Certainly can happen. Turzak just lapping cars at will right now. He's up only 5 cars now on the lead lap.
Dennis, can you see how I got a black flag there? Get a black flag.
Johnston putting the pressure on Turzak. I think Johnston does have those fresher tires, so he's going to take that lap back the old-fashioned way. Turzak's not going to fight him on it. 102 laps complete here from Langley Speedway.
It's not
closing in on the finish of race number 2 of the afternoon.
For, sir? Does it say anything on your end?
Todd Kleek giving the leader a wide berth through 3 and 4.
All the way on the bottom of the track.
Inside.
McCann still running in that second position, still 5 seconds back.
I'll go ahead and...
That's a third of a lap, just about.
From what I see, you were below.
Not gaining, not losing. It's a little faster here, a little slower there. It's kind of a back and forth for the 3. Still a solid run to get up to that second position. Honestly, though, Brian could really use a caution here to get these guys all even back up. Top 4 now, the lead lap. Turzak, McCann, Brent Butler, Tim Schofield.
outside.
Schofield, though, not long for the lead lap as Terzak's right there, car length off the back bumper. Terzak to the bottom, gets clear of Schofield. Now it's just the top three that remain on the lead lap. Terzak.
Top three on the lead lap. Holy crap.
They're about a half lap ahead of Terzak for the time being. Gotta say, you get Kyle Terzak fired up, all of a sudden he's that much faster. And remember, he started dead last.
All clear.
Took over the top spot again. I think it was about lap 44, and he's not looked back ever since. And since then, he's just going lap after lap after lap, picking guys off, putting them a lap down. As it stands, there's only two other cars on the same lap as race leader Kyle Terzak.
I think Kyle lost his tires.
Laps remaining off turn number 4. Wiedner getting to the inside here. He's likely got fresher tires. He's going to try and take a lap back. Terzak's not going to fight it. Interestingly enough, I mean, Terzak still reeled in and lapped Tim Schofield. Schofield made a pit stop in lap 22. I don't know for certain that he took right side tires, but I'm just going to make the assumption that he did. Even with those newer right sides, he's not able to take that lap back from Terzak. He did have a great run there out of turn number 2. Thought he was going to go to the inside, but I don't know what he's really going to try to gain here. He slips up the racetrack, though. Schofield's going to lose a ton of ground.
We have 10 to go this time by. Outside. All clear, all clear.
Brett Butler running.
I'm coming up on y'all.
For position for the time being as he does get to the inside of Larry Bruner. Bruner running in 15th. Real quick rolling through. He's running 12th.
You got one outside.
Real quick running 11th in behind.
All clear,
Chris
all
Smalley
clear.
In the standings.
Go high. Outside. You're on the bottom 3 wide.
Mike Cook, the bottom of the racetrack. Might be coming a bit late.
You got one outside. You're 2 wide there. All clear, all clear. There you go, man. You're now the leader.
Off turn number 4, it'll be 8 laps to go. 9 laps to go, that is.
I was passing to get my lap back, and you went and ruined it for me.
Lap back.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, that is true.
Try and do the same.
Although I kind of helped you catch up a little bit.
The inside is Schofield.
He dropped off big time. I had him anyway.
But look at the differential from first to second. Terzak's there. Brian McCann's there. He's to the inside. Taking advantage here late in the going, coming to 7 laps to go. Where did Brian McCann come from? He was 5 seconds back. Ran Terzak down into through lap traffic. Got to the inside of the 051, and now he is putting some daylight between himself and the 051. 1.5 seconds. I don't know if Terzak's got a problem, if he's trying to save fuel. I know he has not made a pit stop yet.
Low car down low. Go high.
Brandon Mefford now trying to take second away. No, Mefford not on the lead lap. Mefford running 7th. Todd Cleat gets to the back of the 051. I don't know if he's on gas. He's got
I might get a podium out of this.
Break for Terzak. Was dominating this thing.
Go.
Not sure what the pass-through was for.
1 more lap to win.
Terzak, though, he had such an advantage on the field. He's still in the 3rd spot.
Yeah, boy.
For Brian McCann.
They doubted that tire strategy.
Terzak back in pit lane. We missed his pit stall or what he's trying to do here, but nevertheless.
They doubted it.
Chances at a race win are out.
But it won.
Woohoo! It's going to put right.
Whee!
Yay!
Man, you drove a good race.
Damn, you got a third too. Hell yeah.
McCann and Butler are the only two.
Hey, you passed me twice on that last run.
Great
It's a good win. Good pit strategy there.
Where were all the cautions at?
All right, man, that's it. The race is over.
Final lap for Brian McCann. Started in the 10th spot. Thought there was nothing going to happen between him and Terzak. He ran him down, got the spot. Terzak had to pit, and here it is. Checkered flag waves. Brian McCann wins it.
Good job, Brian. Good strategy.
Butler finishes in the 2nd spot. We wait for Tim Scope.
Thank you. Good race.
Timmy's going to finish 3rd, 1 lap down.
And this car don't ever blow up, does it? Whee! Well, I'll see you in the waiting room.
Do they pull you up there, or do you just go?
Nah, you got to go up to it.
Tires in that late model stock.
Go ahead and do that. That was a little hairy situation here.
Pretty strong Chevrolet under the hood of that number 3 machine. All those burnouts, and he doesn't grenade.
Kyle didn't have no tire left.
What a finish.
Lap traffic.
Totally different than race number 1. We're going to step.
Lap traffic is giving him hell.
We'll be back after this.
I just about wrecked him. Shoo, look at that pixel
Spartan
perfect.
Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot drive.
Good thing I didn't hit him there. That would have screwed me over more than anything.
Brokerage, drop lot facilities,
3 wide.
just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers. Facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC series. Kyle Steffens, UMP modified in Silver Crown Drive.
He just couldn't get on the throttle, especially with Tim on the outside. So that made it even worse
Brian
for him.
McCann. Brian, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got me?
Hey, I do.
Brian, congratulations, man. Started 10th in this one. We saw a much different race unfold here tonight. Much cleaner, much faster. Walk us through the closing laps, though. We thought you were done for. A 5-second gap between yourself and Kyle Terzak. You ran him down. I don't know if he had a fuel problem or what the scenario was there, but nonetheless, you caught him, you passed him, you never looked back, you took the checkered flag.
Yeah, so early on, I didn't really gain many spots at before the stage, so I forget what position I was in, but I was like, maybe I'll just go for the tire strategy. And the thinking was, maybe this race would go green where everybody was tired of wrecking the last race. And luckily, that's sort of what happened. And at the start, after the first stage, I just took it easy. I just kind of rode behind people. And, when an opportunity came, I took it. I didn't burn my tires up because I knew if the whole race went green, then that right front was going to die and people were going to start getting meatballs. So I was meatball racing there and worked out in my favor.
Well, it was certainly a strong finish, and I know I just got a note here in the stream chat I found from Kyle Terzak's issue. I guess there was some contact possibly with a lap car, had a suspension failure, and ended up having to take it to pit road. So either way, lucky, good. You still had to be in position to pick this thing up. You take home the checkered flag, so congratulations. Next week, we've got a break. We've got our off week, so we can kind of take it easy, but I know a lot of you guys are going to be preparing for Slinger Speedway in a couple of weeks. I haven't turned a single lap there myself. Haven't called a race there, so that's going to be a first for us. Do you have any laps there in this car yet?
I don't even know what Slinger Speedway is, so good luck to me. So I'm going to have to, I guess, practice it some or actually just look to see what it is, but we'll give it our all, though.
From what I hear, it's a fan favorite, so I'm excited to see it and looking forward to it. Brian, congratulations, man. Strong win here, finally getting you to victory lane. Who do you want to shout out to before I let you go?
Yeah, my family, you for doing the broadcast, and Zach too. I know you had to drop off. The admins of the league putting this show on, Race Control, the guys showing up here every week, putting on a great show, great race. I'm just excited to come out here every week and have fun. So, big thank you to our sponsors. Thank you. I'll stick around and see what Tim's got to say. Tim got third. Brent got second. Well, he isn't in there yet.
And your race winner here from Langley Speedway. Next up, our runner-up.
So Kyle got damaged.
Brent Butler.
Let's go back and look at the
broadcast booth. He had a strong run
see
in
if we can find what happened
this afternoon, but finishes up with a runner-up finish here at race number 2 at Langley. Brent, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got me?
Yeah, I assume the right front.
Congratulations, man. As I said, a strong run.
Oh, it looks clean.
First race and the second race. I think this is a little bit better finish.
Well, it did happen. May have happened.
The strategies coming into this second race after the very chaotic first race of the evening with all those cautions. Did you change anything from your plan that you had coming in?
Oh.
No, actually, I treated.
Was your right front going out?
Race that we had, the 5 flags deal. Basically, I just after the first.
The way it looked like your right front was giving out.
And turned out it ended up the same way.
Certainly paid off. Your car looks pretty clean here. I don't think you had any major incidents to speak of. How chaotic?
That was the middle. Did you look on the left of the front tire?
Out there made things a little slick, but what kind of incidents did you avoid?
That left inside is what goes first.
No, actually ended up with 0 incident points that race, so pretty clean there. Just tried.
Oh, that was left inside? Well, hell, I don't know then.
Anybody anytime I got to him and panned out.
0 incident points. I don't know if there's a bonus point system for that, but there should be, especially after that first race this evening.
Do you know where you got hit at?
Well, either way, look.
Yeah. Oh, I was saving too.
We've got the week off, of course. We're going to take a night's break, but the race coming up after that, Slinger Speedway. Brian McCann says he doesn't even know what Slinger Speedway is. Some of us know, but is that a track you're accustomed to racing on since iRacing put it onto the service?
You were 3 with Tim.
Yeah,
when I passed you?
A lot since it's pretty similar to Anderson Speedway in Indiana, so we seem to enjoy it.
So you got some laps there. How do you feel about a repeat of a top 3, maybe even a win in a couple of weeks at Slinger?
I'd say I could probably do a top 5. I don't know about a win, but we'll see.
Only one shy here tonight. Congratulations again, Brent. Who do you want to thank before I let you go?
Just you and all the guys that put on this league, so it's a fun time. So thank you.
All right, Brent. Thanks for talking to us, man. Good luck. Have a good week off.
Thank you.
See what lap times.
Butler, your runner-up here from Langley Speedway. Next, we're going to talk to the driver of the 12, Timmy Schofield. Don't get a chance to talk to Timmy a whole lot, but I'm sure this one's going to be a fun one. Tim, it's Steve with HBR TV. You got a copy?
So this is what the interview room looks like.
You know, we don't get to talk to Tim Schofield a lot, but once in a while we get him up here in the booth, and well, here you are.
Tim is excited to be in the
top 3 finish, man. Tell us
podium.
About your night.
Well, I'm traveling this week, so I had to.
Oh, and he's on a laptop too.
With about 15 minutes left in the practice session for race 1. So that was pretty much my practice was race 1, and ended up 3 laps down early, get tied up in the incident. But with all the cautions, ended up with a middle pack finish, which put me up front for the second race, and enjoyed the P2 stage points.
The thing was plowing, wasn't it?
Tires took the hit on track position, but ended up paying off in the long run. P3 a lap down, but usually when you do it the mechanics,
it's like that right front was jello.
It ends up working out for you.
Yeah, you couldn't turn
P3
it all.
P3. Who cares about that lap down?
Heck yeah, I'll take it.
with all that, you started up towards the front by way of the invert, but
maybe it was
you
heat.
didn't really have to look too far forward to get back towards the front. You were a factor in this thing most of the evening. It was a strong run.
That's crazy. Tim's on a laptop.
Driving style.
He came in third.
You know what? Fresh tires suit my driving style.
I think that applies for everybody.
Yeah, it worked out good. And when you have a little fresher rubber than everybody else, it's bound to be good for you.
I don't know anything about Slinger.
Congratulations. A solid run here tonight. Third place finish.
It's a small track.
Well, first, I got to thank my wife at home who's taking care of the girls this week while I'm out of town. She lets me do this every week and love her to death for it. It's a lot of fun with these guys, all the competitors out here tonight, and the guys who are out here every week. It's a lot of fun. It's a really good group of guys. You for the broadcast and our sponsors.
Well, Tim, also, I forgot to ask, though, obviously we've got the off week coming up next week, so no races here in IROC.
Oh, I don't even own it.
2 weeks from now, we go to Slinger Speedway, a relatively new
Let's do the figure eight.
To the iRacing service. Brian McCann's never heard of it. Brent Butler, he's turned some laps there. It's similar to his home
How do you look
track.
at the
He likes
photos?
the place. What's your take on Slinger? Do you have any laps there yet?
I don't. Is that in Wisconsin?
I believe it is, and I think it's a high bank.
Well,
oh, you got to go to the website?
Somewhat of a
No,
homecoming
I'm not
track.
logged into the website.
Never tried it out. So this will be a new one.
Well, some lessons to be learned here in the coming weeks. Tim, congratulations, man. Thanks for talking to us, and good luck at Slinger in a couple of weeks.
I don't have a way to show the website.
It's Tim Schofield, your third place finisher here from Langley Speedway. Let's take a look at our race results after this one's in the books. Of course, Brian McCann, Brent Butler, Timmy Schofield, your top three. Garrett Johnston was...
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Brandon
I bought the
was
day
6th.
of.
Chris Wally, 7th. Kyle Turzak, after contact with a lap car late in the race, damaged his suspension. He finished in the 8th
Still
position,
trying to pull
3
it up.
laps down. Neil Quick was 9th. 10th went to Mike Cook.
I don't even see how to see the photos on the website.
12th, 13th, Joshua Stewart. Todd Cleek was 14th. Larry Bruner came.
Do they not have photos of it?
Josh Funkhauser was 16th.
Let me find the real photos.
In 17th, 74 laps down. Tough race number 2 for Doug Weissach. Thank you guys all for tuning in here this evening. I really do appreciate it. Stream chat.
Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, so that's a high banked, but it's a real short track.
There was a lot of Thursday
right.
conversation, which, well, if you watch the broadcast tonight, I think everybody's going to
Well,
understand
does it open the outside lane for anything?
tonight for Kyle Turzak in this second race. Dominant performance. Just cannot buy a break here. Last couple of weeks, of course, the Roval last week, not his cup of tea. He was
So
quick.
you still don't even get the outside lane.
Go of it as well.
Well, damn.
Situation here at Langley. Probably looking forward to the break. Certainly looking forward to Slinger here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and the tire wire probably won't be that big of an issue either with that banking.
You being here. If you haven't already liked the stream, click that thumbs up.
All right, man. Good racing. I'm out. See you next week.
Audiences, get some fresh eyeballs on